I do feel that the wind today could be an issue. Be a very big issue. We're in Kansas. I've already forgotten what town we're in. The car wash is right there. Do you think we could fit in it? I'm pretty sure we couldn't fit in it either. All right, we'll go. I'm having trouble speaking to you guys today, and I don't know why. All right, we are in Jetmore, Kansas. It's right where I left you off in our previous video. We parked beside a car wash for no apparent reason, but I was hoping maybe some of the water would splash over on first class and give her some kind of a bath because she is filthy. We were coming out of Dodge City, Kansas, and we were en route for Dakota City, Nebraska. We have 42,000 pounds of, I looked at it, that way I wouldn't have to tell you, or that way I wouldn't have to look at this when I'm trying to tell you guys. Beef chuck trimmings. 3 words. It seems pretty easy to remember, but there's well, it just isn't going to happen, and we're just going to have to be okay with that, with me remembering things, even though I look at them right before I hit the record button. We'll just go ahead and go along with it. We've pre-tripped the whole truck. We've checked everything out. We checked our alternator out. Everything is still going kosher from our previous video. We have 480 miles left till we reach Dakota City, Nebraska. I think today the wind is going to be not pleasant. As we sit right here, we're looking at 28 mile per hour winds, and that thing doesn't tell me the gusts. And realistically, that thing's not even going to tell me the temperature because it has me in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. That's one moment. I'm not too sure why I'm in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Follow me. Jetmore, Kansas. That wind isn't right because I just checked my, okay, no, 50 degrees, 22 miles per hour, 50 degrees. Okay, there you go. Now you got it. Kind of all over the place, but sometimes when you wake up and you diddly-dally, you walk around, you do things, you kind of get to be all over the place. Other than that, we're going to get underway, and like I said before, I think we're probably going to be fighting. I know we're going to be fighting a lot of wind. See that? We're in town, and they got horses. This is a cool town. Not because of horses, I don't really like horses, but if you have horses, that means someone in town has to have a cow in their backyard, right? Come on. Please don't be for sale. 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 Oh, thank you. You're not for sale. Beautiful. Made it up here to Interstate 70, or McKinney, I think it was McKinney, Kansas. We're going to keep weaseling our way up to Interstate 80. I know it sounds weird, you know, usually I always complain about taking Interstate 80, but that's in Iowa, Illinois, and Indiana. I hate those stretches of Interstate 80. Nebraska, on the other hand, for the most part, is baby butt smooth. It's a nice interstate, and for some reason, the traffic is still the same in the wise of no one knows what cruise control is and doesn't want to let you do things and stuff like that when you're trying to get over. But I don't mind Interstate 80 in Nebraska or Kansas. We're going to be in Nebraska by the time we get up to Interstate 80, but and Interstate 80 doesn't go through Kansas. Not too sure why I said that. Maybe because we're in Kansas and we just went past Interstate 70? Who knows? My brain doesn't think sometimes, and this is probably going to be one of those days where the brain power is very weak. Waukene. W-A-K-E-E-N-E-Y. Waukene? Waukene? I'd say Waukene. Does anyone else drive slower than the speed limit when residential houses are involved? Like, I could be going 30 miles per hour through here with my semi-truck. We're in Norton, Kansas. But there's houses involved. I don't see the point in going 30 miles per hour when a kid, a dog, or anybody could come running out. Now, if it's commercial or not residential or just a bunch of grain bins, hey, that's cool. You do you, but not when houses are involved. And what better time to stop for some lunch? It's not supper. It's not technically lunch. Would it be my breakfast? It'd be my lunch. And as normal, guys, nothing really changes much. I want rice. I love creamy 4-cheese rice-a-roni. It has to be rice-a-roni. I tried the other brand of rice, and I cannot remember what it is. Horrible. Rice-a-roni for the win. I really need to fix my table. I'm getting very annoyed not having a table in here. I'm just so used to it, and then when you get rid of it or when it breaks, I need to fix it. Now it's pretty simple. You're going to take your beautiful rice, put it into your microwave. Let's go 3 minutes. Clear? How do I clear? Reset. Let's go 3 minutes. And then it will be done. You gotta let it cool down by setting it on the breather of the truck for a minimum of 5 to 10 minutes because it is scalding hot when it gets done. It's 50 degrees or 48 degrees right now. Get this, 48 degrees right now, and then in 2 days it will be 15 degrees. And then in 3 days, we're expected to have 6 inches of snow on the ground. And then in 4 days, how many days am I up to? The day after we get that snow, it's supposed to be 4 degrees out. Now, we all know when it hits 4 degrees for a normal temperature, that the wind chill will probably be negative 10 degrees with just the slightest wind. That happened quick. Usually, the past probably 3 years, we've gotten pretty darn lucky, and winter doesn't really kick in till right after Christmas. Because I know our run normal all the way up until Christmas, and then when I'm out of the truck for 2-3 days, maybe a week, I get back in the truck and it's like negative 20 degrees outside. Well, beginning of December said holding my beer. And winter's actually going to kick in a little early. I can't say early because December's winter. I mean, come on. But it's just not going to be pleasant. I'm really not looking forward to cold right off the bat. But after last year, I found some tips and tricks on how to keep first class warmer in the winter that really worked. We were able to keep the truck a little bit more toasty than normal basis. Like, we have to insulate behind that refrigerator back there. It's just bare steel, no insulation. Very little insulation in the closets. Same situation right there is behind the drawers there, absolutely no insulation. Then I usually put a insulation piece shutting off underneath the couch, little stuff like that. Unfortunately, 50 degrees is far too warm to cool down your rice on top of your breather. I guess that is a plus to winter, is your food cools down a lot faster. Welcome to Interstate 80. We'll be on this for the next 204 miles till we reach, well, it'll be Omaha, Nebraska, where we'll jump on, I wanted to say 680. 680s. Some of it has switched and went to 880, but the portion we'll be on is still considered 680. And then we'll be on 29 and head her north that way. I'm considering stopping in York, Nebraska for a little truck bath. It is, it's supposed to get cold and it's supposed to snow. I really don't want all this mud on the truck, because this isn't salt on the truck. This is mud from, we were on a back road and it was drizzling, so the road was kind of moist. And I went past a limestone quarry entrance and it just coated the truck in mud. And like even my rear differentials, they have coating of mud all over them. And if anybody knows anything about limestone, it churns rock hard. The mud churns rock hard and is a bear to get off if you leave it on too long. Well, we're down into our 30s right now with a feels like temp of 22 degrees. And that wind is still whipping pretty good. I went to reach for my auxiliary door weather strips, you know, that seal the door up a little nicer, and it just turned out it wasn't there. So I need to pick up some new weather strips for my doors. Oh, here's some right here. That's the best door weather seals for doors ever made right there. There we go. We have our new beautiful door seal installed. Look at that. Oh man, that's a beautiful door seal right there if I've ever seen one. not have high hopes for that wash being that well. Tell you what, it's not very often that you can actually be running northbound on an interstate and blow past people, other semis, when my cruise control is set at 60 miles per hour. This wind is nuts up here. It's flat out crazy. When I say crazy, I really mean crazy. When we were down in Kansas, I thought it was pretty breezy. When we hit Nebraska, I'm like, oh, pretty breezy. You know, we were heading north in Kansas. We headed east in Nebraska, and I could really feel the wind. So I stopped at one point, and I did, well, can you guys see that? Is the camera picking it up? If you've been around the channel for a while, you remember that from last year when I finally figured out how to keep my truck warm in high wind situations. I take that bubble tinfoil insulation and I shaped it and cut it and everything to where I just put it along my door here, and it night and day difference. That's all there is to it. But then we turned north in Iowa, and everyone back home, you know, kept saying, hey, be careful of the wind, be careful of the wind. And I'm thinking, yeah, it's pretty nasty out here. Holy smokes. And then I finally pulled up, a lot of you wonder what app I use. It's KTIV First Alert Weather. It's a local news channel to us here in Sioux City, Iowa. And it's KTIV News, KTIV First Alert Weather. And it works great. I love it. It works anywhere I go. 50 mile per hour wind gusts is what we're going through right now, because I could really feel it. And if I'm in my Kenworth and I'm feeling that going down the road, you know it's really windy, because the Kenworth usually stays planted pretty nicely. You know, when you see like a lot of aero trucks, when they're going down the road in high winds, they're like this. The Kenworth was like this heading north. And I was like, oh, screw it, you know, I just dropped a gear, and we set the cruise at 60 miles per hour. I probably passed 2 or 3 other trucks. They were box trucks, and I got passed, I want to say 3 times by flatbeds. So, I mean, they're affected a little bit less in the wind when they have a low load on their trailer. Anyway, we're in Sloan, Iowa right now. I'm going to jump out, splash some fuel in first class here. She's a little low, which we used a lot of fuel. We're not on E yet, but we've only traveled 1,060 miles on this tank, and usually we're pushing around 1,300 miles before I'm putting fuel in. Oh yeah, and then we're going to fill the tank up on the reefer, because where we're going, this is going to be a drop. We're going to drop this trailer off, and they will unload it at a later time. I'm a big boy, and that about blew me over. Holy smokes. Here. Can I hide? With these winds, it took the temperature down to 17 degrees. So I'm really not looking forward to that really cold stuff we got coming in a couple days. Alright, we got 20 miles to go till we reach our destination. I think I said earlier we're just dropping this trailer off, didn't I? I think everybody knows the routine by now, since we've been doing it over and over and over and over again, which I don't mind. I'm kosher with it. It kind of feels weird putting anti-gel in your truck when it's 31 degrees. But it is Turkey Day tomorrow. Happy Thanksgiving. I know this video comes out after Thanksgiving, but happy Thanksgiving. And it's going to be 4 degrees when we fire the truck back up, so I figured we better doctor it up a little bit at least. We're not going to go crazy. This isn't a long-term cold thing. I've seen it was supposed to warm back up into the teens the next few days after our little cold streak. Plus, we're heading south when we fire the truck up, so we're not going to get too worried. Tighten that up. I moved it up a little bit. I don't think I got it tight enough. Everything with our delivery went just kosher last night. I didn't think I needed to record too much of it. But yeah, tomorrow is Turkey Day. And we're going to park the truck till, well, we have a big storm coming in, so I'm not too sure. I know for sure I got to leave Sunday. That's not an option. I need to get south. We're heading for Oklahoma for our next one. I just got to decide when to leave for said load. That storm's supposed to roll in Friday, run through the weekend is the way they're talking. So we might actually in the next video get some snow trucking in. We haven't done that in a while. But no, like I was saying, and then I completely forgot, is we slept at the come and the go there in, I guess, Mavericks, there in Sloan, because, well, we would have been home about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I really don't want to wake everybody up because the house is full. Well, it's back to normal because Paige is home, so I'm pretty stoked to go home and see Tater Tot. But I think she's going to have to, well, she may have to go back up to college on Saturday in the midst of the snowstorm. The football team won, which put them into the playoffs. And she's a band kid, so she was disappointed to see that they won and they were in the playoffs. Well, unfortunately, I was like, don't worry. We had a horrible 5 games losing streak there. There's no way we're going to home team advantage for a playoff game. 2 days later, they announced they played New Hampshire at home at noon, right in the smack middle of the blizzard in 12-degree temps. So I told her, if you go, I will drive you. That's going to be the only way, because she needs to be right back home on Sunday for the huge family get-together that I don't know if I'm going to make it to. That is that door seal that I was talking about before. I think I talked about it a little bit last night. That's where it leaks the air in. They have a little rubber chunk over here that's supposed to make the difference up, but it doesn't. It doesn't. We just take weather seal every winter. There is some old weather seal here. We're gonna put some new weather seal around everything. Not the duct tape. We use actual rubber seal, and then I think we'll be fixed up. And if it's not, we'll just put the tin foil, what should we call that? The tin foil heater, because that's what it does. It keeps me warm.
Look at all this hair.
Oh, that's not hair.
That's not bad.
Nah, my Opa used to produce a lot more than that. But he looks happy. Oh, he's scratching. Look at him. Keep walking, old man. Keep going.
He tries to walk too fast.
Yeah, then he gets the hopping. All right, so I have the cheesy, what are these?
That's mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
It's corn mac
You got the pumpkin pie.
Oh.
Troy, Jax, you can stop when you pee. You don't have to keep walking. Are you coming? They walk so slow, and they got all the food. Okay.
Why am I carrying a pie? I don't like pie.
Well, you just carry that pie and you be quiet about it.
Turkey.
They sell potatoes in a box, Mom.
No.
It almost dropped it. It almost was Jackson's.
Jack's almost got that, baby.
So you peeled all the potatoes?
I did.
Did you really peel 5 pounds of potatoes?
Yeah, I did.
Well, what's in that? What's it right there?
I would hope not 5 pounds.
That's not 5 pounds.
That's not 5
Okay, I was
pounds.
gonna say, that's a lot of potatoes.
Rosie, calm down. Rosie, chill.
Lay down. Down your table over.
Yeah, sit.
Chairs in the
No.
Like.
The pie.
It might pop.
Might. So if you get the longer side, then you get to make the wish.
Oh, I really need this.
Okay. Should we let it dry then?
Yeah. We gotta make it good.
Okay, are we ready? Is it dry?
You break it,
I don't know.
and whoever gets
Troy.
Oh, Troy.
and whoever gets the longer piece gets the wish. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh. Now is where you're a good mom and you give it to Paige and you say, since you want the wish.
You get
No,
you get both wishes.
that's a fake wish then.
Yeah, I know. Your wish.
Yeah, wish.
It's going.
Say happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving!
Very good.